If there is still any chocolate or Starbursts at your table by that time, if you perhaps haven't eaten them already, when you hear something that inspires you or informs you or that you think I could invest that into what I do every day, then eat a piece of chocolate and reinforce that in your own brain. I want to thank the many sponsors of today's conference and do so by agency name. And as I do so, I know each of these agencies has some folks who are here. So when I announce that, if that is your agency, or if you like that agency, let's give it a cheer. So let's try this. Chautauqua County Department of Mental Hygiene. And Social Services. I'm sorry, I didn't say that quite right. Sorry, Carmelo. The Chautauqua County Department of Health. Chautauqua Tapestry. Combat Addiction CHQ. The Chautauqua Center. Dunkirk Fredonia Rotary Club, the Erie 2 Chautauqua Cattaraugus BOCES. All right, let's end strong here. A few more. Hope Chautauqua. Our friends there from Indivier, thank you. Prevention Works. The Suicide Prevention Alliance of Chautauqua County, and finally, the Western Regional Addiction Response Collaborative. Well, I hope you're warmed up. As every speaker comes up here today, I know that if many of you have been in front of a crowd, it's always nice when you feel there's some energy in the room, so let them feel that when they come up. I want to take care of just a couple of housekeeping items before we get fully underway. So some of you were tabling or otherwise were in the blue room. I get very disoriented up here. Is it back there? That direction. Okay, you can't miss it because it's earned its name. It is the blue room, and in it you will find many tables of agencies, so a great resource area there. We also have a separate room, which I'm told is back here. It's hidden in plain sight, so if I can't find it, or you can't, that's forgivable. But the room is really an interesting display of, well, I won't tell you what, but go and check the hidden in plain sight room out. It's back here. You have, I hope, your name tags on a lanyard, and on the back of them, behind your name, are 2 QR codes, one of which will take you to today's program, so that there's no printed copy of that, but there's a digital one. You can access it with that QR code. And then the other QR code is where you can give feedback for each of the speakers, as well as the breakout sessions that we'll be doing this afternoon. And we do encourage that, whatever form of useful feedback. Again, all of us who have done any kind of public speaking, we really value that. What went well? What could we do better? And we always want to continue to improve. If you are getting CEU credits, you will need to have this form. If you didn't already pick one up, you can at the tables over there. They will need to be signed and stamped throughout the day at each session. And those of us with the black shirts here are those who can take care of that. If you just coincidentally wore a black shirt to the conference today, you are now also authorized to, no, just kidding. So yeah, CEUs. And finally, by way of housekeeping, Wi-Fi. If you didn't notice the note out there, there is free Wi-Fi. You'll look for the account Fredbound. This battery is running low, in spite of being plugged in. Thank you. maybe one of our Fredonia friends can come up and help me understand what we need to do. Yeah. You have Wi-Fi, we just don't have any power for the laptop, but we will be connected fully to the Wi-Fi. You're looking for the account Fred Bound, and the password is SummerFred, all lowercase, SummerFred. Special note, you'll want to plug in any electronic devices into an electrical outlet if you hope to charge them. So just extra note on that front. We have a couple of our county leaders who are going to provide a special welcome for us this morning. The first is our county executive. He was wanted to be, but wasn't able to attend in person. He's off to Albany on county business, but did record a special welcome for us.
Open Healing Conference, an incredible mile. Good morning, everyone. I'm County Executive P.J. Wendell, and thank you for joining us today at the 10th Annual Hope and Healing Conference. While I regret that I can't be with you in person, I'm honored to share a few words with you as we kick off what promises to be an impactful and inspiring day here at SUNY Fredonia. This year marks the 10th Hope and Healing Conference, an incredible milestone that reflects more than a decade of commitment to mental health, substance use recovery, suicide prevention, and grief support in our region. This conference has grown into one of the region's most important spaces for connection, learning, and healing, especially when it comes to the vital issues of mental health, substance use, suicide prevention, and grief support. As county executive, I'm incredibly proud that Chautauqua County continues to host this meaningful gathering year after year. We are a community that values compassion, resilience, and collaboration. And the Hope and Healing Conference embodies all of those qualities. Whether you're a professional, a survivor, a caregiver, or a concerned neighbor, your presence today matters. By showing up, listening, and engaging, you are helping to reduce stigma, expand access to care, and build a stronger, healthier community for all. I encourage you to take full advantage of the many opportunities throughout the day, whether it's attending breakout sessions, sharing your own story, visiting a resource table, or simply connecting with someone new. If you're considering presenting, tabling, or becoming a sponsor in future years, I urge you to get involved. Your voice and leadership can make a lasting difference. Thank you to our planning committee, the volunteers, presenters, and partners for making this 10th anniversary a very special one. On behalf of Chautauqua County, thank you for the work you do and the hope you bring. I wish you a meaningful and energizing conference ahead, and have a great day here at SUNY Fredonia.
Thank you to our county executive. And now it's my pleasure to welcome in person the director of our Department of Mental Hygiene, as well as the Commissioner of Social Services here in Chautauqua County. So let's give a very warm welcome to Mr. Carmelo Hernandez.
Good morning, and I promise not to take long. Take out these bat phones. So, first of all, thank you all guys for coming. I never have nothing really planned.
What's up, guys? Jeff Cavalier, AthleNext.com. So the best part about making mistakes is learning from them. And the good news is, we all make them. But do we all learn from the ones we make? That's the big question. Today, I actually want to share some of my biggest mistakes that I made in every single muscle you see up here on the...
Sorry, that was our first breakout session, but...
No. I thought I touched something. So I was like, oh man, I screwed this up. Oh, well, thank you guys for coming. Thank you for the planning committee to setting this up. I never really truly had anything planned, so that was completely not scripted. So, I mean, man, hope and healing, definitions to go far and beyond, right? So as I was sitting down last night, at my daughter's graduation, little 6-year-old going to kindergarten, 13 little faces, right? And they're coming along and they're on stage and they're sharing these awards, and awards for participation, kind, sports, artsy, all these cool things. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at their faces, and what I see is hope. What I see is hope that these 13 6-year-olds, little boys and girls, would one day be our doctors, our lawyers, our mothers, our fathers, our judges, and you, right? That's what they will be one day. But then I thought a little bit deeper, and I processed a little bit more, and I sat back and I thought about it, and I said, wow, how many individuals do we serve were once these little 13 boys and girls, full of hope, and now possibly in need of healing? And as I thought about that and I processed that, I said, what a better time to me to be a part of this graduation and this ceremony, but also knowing that I had to be here this morning. And it got me to think, and it really got me to think, to say, first of all, thank you all for being, who you are, and at one point was those little 13 boys and girls, and also how we pay it forward, and how we continue to pay it forward to the community and our neighbors that we're here to help and we're here to be good partners with, right? Because I get this asked all the time, being originally from New York City, services, lack of services, and I'm like, man, Chautauqua County could go toe-to-toe with your biggest city when it comes to services. We just gotta connect the dots. That's all we gotta do, is connect the dots and fight just a little bit harder, just a little bit longer, so we could continue to provide a little hope and a little healing. Because that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. So there's so many of you and so many stories that truly come across my desk of great work that is truly done day in and day out. Man, I can tell you every day at least one that each and every one of you, your agencies, or somebody you may know is actually conducting on a day-to-day basis. So I wanted to take this time, because there's an individual that reaches out to me every time something happens. Every time something happens, reaches out and says, how can I help? How can I help? I have this person here. How can I help? How can I connect them? Now, what stood out to me, what was fascinating is that the person is not tied to any of the agencies that I work with. Person is attached to another agency and is reaching out to me on their off hours. It's not even on the clock, and it's not even saying I'm representing such and such. No, I'm here as a member and as a community member of Chautauqua County, and I want to help. How can I help? Please allow me to help, right? So without further ado, in heartfelt appreciation for your unwavering dedication and compassionate service to our homeless population, your tireless efforts, empathy, and commitment have brought hope, dignity, and meaningful change to countless lives through your leadership, advocacy, and genuine care. You have embodied the highest ideals of service and reminded us all what it means to show up for our most vulnerable neighbors. Your impact is felt not just in the lives you've helped, but in the spirit of community you continue to inspire. With deepest gratitude, we proudly recognize you for your selfless service and outstanding contributions. Presented June 11, 2025, by Carmelo Hernandez, Commissioner of the Department of Mental Health and Social Services. This goes out to Melissa Barnes. Thank you for being you. With that said, continue to get out there, continue to put your best foot forward, and continue to put the best version of you. You never know who's listening, and you never know whose life you can change when they walk in through your doors. It happens more times than I would like to say, but thank you all for what you do, and enjoy the conference. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. It's my pleasure to introduce our first keynote of the day. Sarah Gare is a mental health professional with over 25 years of experience in trauma, addiction, and suicide prevention. She holds a master's in clinical psychology from Antioch University and is a suicide prevention specialist who has trained over 1,000 people and led crisis response following significant incidents. A recognized speaker on soul exhaustion and mental health, Sarah also works in law enforcement mental health and the HOPE certification program, advancing evidence-based practices in mental health promotion. Her leadership and published works in suicide prevention provide